Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yakan Abdu और याकन नस्तईन. अस्सलाम वालेकुम माय फ्रेंड्स, अस्सलाम वालेकुम माय यूट्यूबर्स. उम्मीद है कि सब खैरियत से होंगे. दोस्तों, आज का मेरा जो ये वीडियो है ये टॉप 5 स्कॉलरशिप इन कोरिया 2022 के लिए जो कि स्टडी फ्री इन कोरिया. इट्स फुल्ली फंडेड स्कॉलरशिप. टॉप 5 स्कॉलरशिप इन कोरिया. दोस्तों, ये जो साउथ कोरिया है, इस साउथ कोरिया के लिए जो ये 5 स्कॉलरशिप हैं उसके बारे में मैं आपको बताऊंगा आज इस वीडियो में. तो मैं नए आने वाले मेंबरों से गुजारिश करूंगा कि अगर अभी तक आपने हमारा यूट्यूब चैनल सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो आप हमारा यूट्यूब चैनल सब्सक्राइब करके बेल आइकन को प्रेस कर दें ताकि आपको इसी तरह की इस एजुकेशन से रिलेटेड, स्कॉलरशिप से रिलेटेड वीडियोस मिलती रहें. तो दोस्तों, ये जो टॉप 5 स्कॉलरशिप्स हैं अवेलेबल टू स्टडी इन साउथ कोरिया. With that being said, that the second thing that I want to touch on is what are the type of scholarship in South Korea. And I think that from what I said earlier, you probably have an hint about those type of scholarship. The first one is government sponsored scholarship. Now in the past developed much a global Korean scholarship which is government sponsored as well, but there are also many government sponsored scholarship in South Korea. Another example is KOICA, which is mainly for civil servant coming from developing countries to come to South Korea and study. I think it's about for the 18th month. So the reality is if you do your research, you will find an opportunity in that regard. So my friends, top 5 scholarship in South Korea. Now let's go through the top 5 scholarship in South Korea for international student in 2022. And please, this is not in any particular order for you to go ahead and explore of yourself. And like I said earlier, there are many scholarship in South Korea. First of all is EWHA, Global Partnership Program. The first scholarship I'm going to cover in EWHA, Global Partnership Program. This scholarship is sponsored by EWHA Women's University, and it's mainly for international application coming from developing and countries to study at the EWHA Women's University. For you to be eligible, you have to be female student, and the reasons because as you can probably tell in the name, this school is a female only university. So female only university. The only condition for your study at this school as the male is if you are coming as an exchange student and you stay in the school for only about 1 or 2 semester. But if you are coming to study full time, you have to be a female student. The second condition is that you must have demonstrated leadership potential. I would say it is the EWHA Women's University is one of the top school in Korea, and they boast our permanent female leaders. The second is KAIST internship scholarship. The second one that is I'm going to cover is KAIST International Student Scholarship. The cool thing is that KAIST is not just only one for top schools in South Korea. It's in the top 15 schools in the world. So if you get a study in this school on this scholarship, there is no doubt of guaranteed recognition. Around the world, number 3 is a UNIST scholarship. So my friends, the third one I'm going to cover is a UNIST scholarship for international students. UNIST students for ULSA, Institute of Science and Technology. It's a fairly new university, and it was founded in 2007. But the school is aiming to be in the top 10 university in the South Korea, and one of the strategy to achieve this goal is recruit more international students. So this an ideal opportunity for grade. And fourth is guest international scholarship. The fourth one is guest scholarship. Guest scholarship GW Evenju Institute of Science and Technology, and look aside from a great access to one of the top science ordinates. So oriented universities in the country. Evenju as a city is an incredible place to visit. I think just amazing. There is also Bosang Green, the tea field would just incredible to visit. So my point is, if you are seeking a very nice location to study and very good school to study as well, this scholarship is one of you want to consider. And again, there is going to be a link in the description. So number 5 and the last is a 5 the global leadership fellowship. So my friends, the last but not the least scholarship I want to cover is a global leadership fellowship. This is sponsored by Yonsei University, and Yonsei University is not just one of the top 3 schools in the country. It's also one of the top 100 schools in the world. There is an concept called Sky in South Korea. They stand for the top 3 schools in South Korea. ACE stand for Seoul National University, and K is stand for Korea. So university which is where I finished from, and Y stand for Yonsei University. So if you study at the Yonsei University, you will be studying at one of the top schools in the world. As I said earlier, all the 5 scholarships I mentioned are fully funded scholarship. So I hope you will enjoy it. आई होप आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आया होगा। वीडियो पसंद आने की सूरत में आप हमारा यूट्यूब चैनल सब्सक्राइब करके बेल आइकन को प्रेस कर दें और दोस्तों के साथ लाजमी शेयर कर दें। इट्स अ बिग अपॉर्चुनिटी टू गेट स्कॉलरशिप्स. These were some scholarship which I tell you. That's I think you should apply more and more. So inshallah we will meet again in next video. Khuda Hafiz.